Good evening. You're listening to Faces for Radio with James Evans,
Miles Poole,
and Alex Stratton-Lake.
We're back.
How does it feel? It's good, isn't it?
It does feel good.
Feels weird. Feels weird not being 9 in the morning.
Exactly. I was kind of put off when you said good evening.
Yeah.
I thought, no, you're wrong. But it is. No, it's the evening. I'm shocked.
I like it.
I'm not tired.
For a student radio station, it's pretty dumb putting people on at 9 a.m. No one's going to be up.
Well, that's why they put us on then, Miles.
Yeah,
I've explained this to you many times. They didn't want people to hear the show.
But now we've proven our ground.
We fought the system, and we're back.
We're back
at
in
5
a prime
PM.
time. Drive time.
Well,
Fun
yeah,
time.
but no one can really listen to us in a car because it's not on a radio frequency, and no one's got online
We're a
radio
radio
in a car.
show. We're not on radio frequency.
Well, we're only in about 100 metres away from this studio.
campus.
Can you actually pick us up? So we've had a summer, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been wonderful.
Yeah? What have you been up to, Al?
Whoa. Well, there's those that come to me straight away. Okay, hang on a second. Let me gather my
I did warn
thoughts.
you before we went on air that I would be asking you what you did with your summer.
Well, I needed a good couple of days, to be honest, before I can come up with an adequate response.
Right.
I did a lot of sitting on my bed.
Yeah? I was actually laying on mine.
Oh right, yeah. No,
Yeah.
sometimes I like to lay, sometimes I like
Mix
to
it
sit.
up.
Yeah.
Because I don't
Mix
want
it
to
up.
get bed sores, do I?
No.
So sometimes I move about
If you're
in my
lying
bed.
down for 10 weeks.
You got to do it properly. You got to take the right precautions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Miles, you must have had a more exciting summer than me and Alec.
Nope.
No?
No, I did a placement, a summer placement thing.
Ooh, look at you.
Sorry, no, carry on. No, that's great.
Doing some programming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was interesting.
Should we talk about programming?
No.
That'll keep them hooked.
That'll keep them awake.
Yeah. They don't need to be kept awake. Remember, it's 5 p.m. Not
I
9.
programmed hundreds of classes and functions and all sorts.
This isn't good radio.
I was paid for it.
No one wants to hear you boasting for an hour.
Do we get paid for this?
I wish.
Of course not.
No.
Jeez.
I'm going to start selling my
We're
autographs.
not professionals.
I'm going to start selling my autographs
Obviously.
on eBay.
We've been through this.
I'm going to start selling you on eBay. I want to get rid of you.
We've been through this as well.
I tried it. No one would buy it.
Jesus. Right. Should we have a song? Boys are back.
Boys are back in town.
Pip and Lizzie.
Here you go. That was Thin Lizzy, The Boys Are Back in Town.
Great song.
Good song. Yeah.
I didn't choose it.
It represents our show.
Does it?
Well, this show at least. Not all of them. God, no.
I'm at a loss. Alec, are you saying you wouldn't have played that if we'd given you any say?
Yeah. I don't like the song. I don't like Thin Lizzy.
We can't just do another series where we just slag off the songs that we're playing. It's not going to work.
Not after last series.
No. But in this series, we do have a range of new features.
With a new year comes a new feature.
It's not a new year. It's a new academic year.
New academic.
Wow.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah. Anyway.
Is it one? How many new features? One? At least one.
At least one. No, there are several.
We've got dozens, and we may be rolling them out when we think of them.
Yeah, you'll have to stay tuned. That's the point.
Yeah.
So that you can pick up on new features. You go, oh, that isn't as dull as the show is usually. That's liven things up a bit.
Right. So do we have a name for this feature?
No, don't spring this upon me. Don't spring on, oh, we need a name.
Let's call it Would I Tell the Truth to You?
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds pretty original. Would I tell the truth to you?
There we go. And this feature has actually got a prize. Ooh.
For the listeners.
Not for us, for the listeners, yeah. Yeah, for you lot out there. So what's the prize?
I will tell you the prize. It's a selection of traditional English condiments for any gourmet meal. Whether you want the fresh, zesty taste of Heinz tomato ketchup or the luxurious taste of Hellmann's mayonnaise, we've got it all. A selection of condiments from JP Weatherspoon's, the highly touted chain pub. So, yep, all of those are available. I think we've got,
They come in
sauces?
packet form.
Yeah, they come in packet form, so you can take them wherever you want.
At least
Picnic,
5
on a
sachets.
picnic, maybe.
5 sachets. Okay, we're going to give you 5 sachets. For whoever wins this new feature that what have we called it?
Would I tell the truth to you?
Would I tell the truth to you?
Should we tell them how to play? That might help.
No.
This is
Well, no,
shambolic. This is shambolic. Shall we tell them to play? No. Just let them guess. Should we even give them the phone number? No. Okay, no.
If we don't tell them how to win, we'll have to give away the prize, and I can keep it. Or you can keep it. We can share it among ourselves.
We can share the sachets of ketchup and mayonnaise between ourselves. Fantastic.
Right. So the rules are, every week, two of us, I think this week it's James and Alec, tell a story or some sort of
embarrassing
about
anecdote,
themselves.
yeah.
And I've got to question them. And from the answers they give, you have to text or email in who you think's telling the truth. And the probably best answer...
Well, we just randomly pick them.
Sort of, even if you're wrong.
This is a shambles. This is Jesus Christ. Right. Anyway,
it's going to go well. But as it's our first show, we're still a bit rusty.
Yeah, so. As you can tell.
Really, I thought we were on peak form.
Things can only get better. Are we playing that later?
We should. We should do.
No, we shouldn't. No. It's a terrible song.
Right. Who's going first?
All right, I'll go first.
You go first.
Okay. Between the ages of 4 and 7, I would only respond to being addressed by the name Pat after Postman Pat. Is that true? Is that true?
Okay.
All right, and my story is between... it was in primary school, probably years 5. Years 5 and 6.
Oh, he's good. Or is he?
Pinpoint.
Me and my friends, it sounds a bit silly now, we're kind of running a black market organisation where we'd sell stolen colouring pens to the rest of the school's pupils.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Firstly, neither of those are plausible.
But one's got to be true.
One is.
I'm just glad that at least one of them's true. Neither of them are... I don't believe either of them, but the fact that one of them must be true is
a comfort.
Is a comfort.
Well, if the listeners have any ideas, they should text in.
There's a way we're supposed to say the number.
Just say the number.
075071877.
Pretty sure that's not it. Say the number slowly. Maybe 3 digits at a time. Do you think 3 digits or 2, Alec?
I like to rotate between 3 and 2.
No, 3 digits at a time. Say the number really slowly, Miles.
075.
Oh, for God's sake.
075 071 87777.
Okay, thank you very much, Miles.
Thank you.
And the 4th take.
Or you can email at studio@radio.warwick.ac.uk.
And do you think I would only respond to the name Pat, or Alec was involved in some sort of black market primary school operation selling colouring pens? Was it colouring pens?
It was colouring pens.
It was colouring pens.
Right.
Miles, you're going to quiz us a bit, aren't you?
So, James.
Yeah.
Were you a big fan of Postman Pat?
Oh, yes. The biggest.
What was it that caught your attention?
I think it was the authority.
Yeah.
That's really... The authority that Pat commanded was...
Didn't like Fireman
something
Sam.
Else.
Didn't like...
Nah, I was never going to be a fireman. Look at me. For God's sake, they are looking at me. I've just got a text. We shouldn't have our phones on, but I've just got a text which just says, I can see you, from a listener.
I've just texted you.
We do have...
Well done, Miles.
There we go.
Okay, sorry, go on. Yeah, Pat. The authority, really.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you want a cat?
No, not really.
No?
Nor did I really want to post anything. I think I had one of those small sort of early learning cars, and I used to pretend it was the van that he drove around in, because you remember in the song, it references that van.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it was a long time ago, so, you know.
Right.
You can't expect me to remember that much.
Okay. Did you mind if people prefixed it with postman?
Often I'd insist. But
at
other times I'd let them off. Yeah, just Pat would do.
That's ridiculous. I'm not sure I buy it.
Okay,
I've got a question, Alec.
It's up
now.
for the listeners.
Okay. So these pens and pencils, was it?
No, it was just colouring pens.
Just colouring
pens,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
For some reason, they were highly sought after in our school. I don't know why colouring pencils were left astray, but the colouring pens were where is that?
Right. Were they stolen?
Well, it was a
Acquired.
yeah. Some were negotiated off other people
For stickers.
For stickers, yeah.
Right. What did you?
I was going to say stamps then, but I don't think there was any
Kids love
stamp
their
collectors
stamps.
in our school. Yeah, stickers.
Yeah.
You know, like Pokemon cards. Yeah, stuff
Right,
like
yeah.
that.
Cool.
A couple may have been accidentally taken from the classroom.
Ooh.
Okay.
If this is true,
From your school.
I don't want to.
he doesn't want to go on record saying.
I don't want to go on record saying this. Okay, so you know, I mean,
And these
it's an underground organisation.
These
There's
are-
only so much I can say.
These accomplices of yours are all implicated as well by association, aren't they?
Exactly. And I think the last source would be from like parents who like, you know, mum. Can
I'm
I
out
have
of
some colouring
pens.
pens? Yeah, exactly.
What about
exactly.
banks?
What about
there are
banks?
There are always pens at banks, aren't
Going
there?
to. Oh
no,
no,
it
they're
wasn't
pencils.
like biros. It's like, you know, those
No.
fuzzy felt pens.
Oh right.
All right.
Okay.
Not gel pens. Did you not have a bit of a boom during
Yeah,
the
gel pens.
pen?
They were where it was at.
The ones that smelt like.
Text in with your
things.
favourite gel pen.
Yeah.
That's an idea.
Coconut.
Bam.
Loved the coconut one.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh, they smelt, didn't they?
Yeah.
That was it.
They were good.
Right. Anyway, back onto the
And did
feature.
you sell them for money?
Yeah, sometimes we sold them for lunch money.
Food.
Or yeah, like you know, chocolate
Fruit
bars or
winders.
anything like that. Yeah, you know, it was kind of like a bar
Okay.
shrink system, I suppose.
Did you make a profit in the long run? Do you think?
I think I made a good couple of quid. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was quite pleased myself.
Didn't set up a pension plan.
No. I mean, I can't take all the credit because I mean, I was part of it, but I mean, I didn't set it up. I mean, I kind of wanted to be with the cool kids,
Okay.
and the cool kids were doing this, and I
Okay.
thought, you know, this is a way to get popular.
This is your way in.
This is my way in.
Yeah,
So
to the elite.
that's how I got involved in the criminal network.
Right.
That was my primary school.
That was your downfall.
All right.
Right. Well,
Okay.
text in.
If you've got any questions
Telling the truth.
to ask
or
these two,
Alec?
to try and get the truth out of them, 075 071 87777 or studio@radio.warwick.ac.uk.
Should we have a song?
I think we should.
What have we got?
Everything. Cough, cough.
Excuse me.
Good afternoon, this is Miles Poole with the FFR Newscast. We've just received some breaking news here in the studio. A dog was rescued from a river at 9:45 on Monday morning. Firefighters waded into the River Rock in Didcot to rescue the dog after the alarm was raised by a human. The dog wishes to remain anonymous. Meanwhile, in Aberdeen, a 52-year-old man was being cut out of a public rubbish bin. Fire crews spent 15 minutes removing the top of the bin with a massive saw. A nearby barman named Ian said he thought there was a fire or something. The bloke that had his head in the bin is being treated for cuts to his face. Finally, a pig named Babe and a goose named Lucy have formed an unlikely friendship in the Scottish Isle of Arran. Things looked bleak for the pig when he was abandoned by his mother. However, he quickly formed a bond with the orphan bird and they are now inseparable. Surprise donor Diane Lewis said, "I don't think they know what animals they are." Tune in next time for another FFR Newscast. Thanks for listening!
Superb. Superb. I'm glad you interrupted with that.
True story.
All of them true stories.
All of them true.
All of them true.
Can you remind us where you get these news stories from?
Oh, I go out all over the place with my notepad and a, a tape recorder.
Good honest journalism.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Work hard for them.
Right.
Those scoops.
The listeners have been busy too, haven't they?
Yeah, we've got hundreds, if not 5 messages.
Which is it? It's not hundreds, is it?
We don't want to disclose whether it's hundreds or 5, okay?
We'll read 5, but there's probably hundreds more.
They're coming in all the time, aren't they? It's just too many.
Yeah, I can't read them fast enough.
No.
First message from Laura. Hello, Laura. Yay, great to have you back on air. Don't worry, I'm still listening from the comfort of my bed. We're students, remember? Keeping up the student name. Good work.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Like to see following my footsteps of just staying in bed. But she's continued from the summer.
Yeah.
So well done.
Yeah, well, I would advise her to try laying as well as sitting up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
Exactly.
so you don't get stiff.
Yeah.
Like stiff.
Yeah, I know what you meant. I knew what you meant. Oh, Jesus.
Message from Polly.
Right?
You know Polly, either of you?
This is so unprofessional. We always ask round after every text, do you know this person? Why on earth would anyone listen to our show who we don't know?
Right.
No, just read it.
I have the horrible feeling that Alec is telling the truth. I hope he's reformed character.
I think I've learned a lot from my childhood experiences.
Yeah?
Maybe not for the better, but I've definitely learned something.
Right. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad.
Okay. Who else thinks what? I think James is telling the truth. It's Ollie.
Okay.
That's from Ollie.
It's Ollie. What? Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So we got one for Alec, one for me.
1-1. I think James is telling the truth from Sheena.
Okay.
Okay.
2-1.
Oh, sorry. Is this turned into like a voting system now?
Yeah, I think whoever gets the more votes, that is
The
it.
true one, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Alec is telling the truth from Rachel.
Okay.
2-2.
2-2.
This
yeah.
is close. Neck
Game
and
on.
neck.
It's tense,
Right,
isn't it?
It is tense. We need some heartbeat music.
Do we have any? Do you want me to?
You do it.
Can you not do that on air, please?
Sorry.
The contraband pens is a true story. Love from Jambrew. Give me the sauce now, K, thanks. So 3-1.
It just sounds like your heart.
3-2.
3-2, that's what I said.
He's had to read hundreds of texts, all right? You can't keep up with all of them.
He's overwhelmed by the stress of this.
Message from me.
Oh, yeah.
From a Jeffrey Wimperton.
Right.
I've missed your voice.
Both
Good to
names.
have you back.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
Very kind of him.
Okay.
Was that just directed to you?
Yeah, just to me.
Oh.
It's
Okay,
actually-
Sorry,
well-
Alec. I don't know why I'm saying sorry. It's as much as an insult to me as it is to you, I suppose.
No, you know it. You know you've got an annoying.
No, I know
nasal
that the
voice.
listeners love me. I know we're the reason. I know that I'm the reason we have a primetime slot. So,
There's fractures are already
well, it's
arising between
Tensions.
the Faces for Radio
It's not
crew.
so much fractures, it's me and the hangers-oners, you know.
Oh, do we need to
sort
cut to a song so we can just like fight this out?
Yeah, I think we might need
Do you
to.
think we need to?
Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah.
Clear the air.
What are we playing?
We're playing Gangnam Style.
Oh, for God's sake.
Can I sing
I
along?
love this song.
No.
I love this song.
No, it's terrible.
오빤 강남 스타일 강남 스타일
And we're back on Faces for Radio.
If you were looking at the webcam, then you'll have seen Alec dancing beautifully.
I'm shattered now. I'm really tired. I shouldn't have done
looked
that.
tiring.
Yeah, I should have known my limits and I surpassed them.
Do you need a nap now?
Yeah, do you mind if I just dismiss this next feature and just have a little nap?
This man
Recuperate?
took a nap yesterday.
During our meeting.
During a meeting, we were planning the show. It was what, about 3 p.m?
Yeah.
He thought he needed to doze off.
Well, I'm a man of routine, and 3 p.m. is when I have my naps. And I'm sorry that we scheduled our meeting then. It's just
He put out a little rug on the floor,
Got out a blanket.
sucked his thumb, and he's curled up. Ah.
There's been a lot of interest in the competition, and people are texting in. Texts are flooding in. People are
Relatively
wondering
speaking.
when we're going to announce a winner. We're going to announce a winner at the end of the show, so stay tuned.
Yeah. If you've got any questions for either of these two over here, you can't see.
It's radio.
I'm pointing at them. If you've got any questions, or if you want to guess, or if you have any song requests or anything,
Yeah.
studio at
In fact,
radio.
the questions don't even have to be about the feature. Just answer some questions.
Yeah.
We'd love to talk to our listeners.
Love to chat, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Quite
Yeah.
lonely here, aren't we?
Yeah,
Really.
no one else talks to us.
No.
Please.
Studio at radio.warwick.ac.uk or 075 071 87777.
That number again?
075 071 87777.
Fantastic.
If you want to text. Don't
Yeah.
think you can phone.
No, don't
I
phone.
wouldn't phone.
Don't phone or you'll block up the line. No one else will be able to text.
Yeah, that's true.
Or do phone if you want to sabotage your show.
Yeah. If you don't like us. No, I
Yeah.
don't blame you.
Right. Well, now we've told them how to ruin the show. Let's move on to the next feature.
Right.
What is the next feature? Oh, just general chat. General chat. Right. Housing. We've all moved into
Houses.
student accommodation again. We've probably talked about this before, but we've got a new house, haven't we?
We've got a new house, yeah.
Yeah, it's got myriad problems.
Yeah.
Being a leaking toilet.
Yeah, that was.
Ooh, where does
that
that-
was an issue today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where does that leak into?
Just the floor.
Yeah. The kitchen.
Can we just have a disclaimer to just say, if you're eating food right now, put your meal to one side while James talks
It's
about his
clean
leaking.
water. It's out of the top.
It is
bit.
clean
it's not
water,
out of the
yeah,
bottom.
Oh, right, I see.
So you don't
don't
need to put your
worry.
meal to one side because it is clean water. You could drink that water.
Do you? Is that how you clean it up?
Yeah. Just sort of lick
He
it off the
does.
kitchen floor. Like a sort of deranged antelope.
Because our toilet's in the kitchen, obviously.
Do antelopes lick?
Like a deranged antelope.
Do they?
What a
lick up
strange
water?
simile.
No, but they have big tongues, don't they?
You've just
Yeah,
likened
that's what
yourself
I'm
to a
thinking
deranged antelope
Yeah.
and admitted to drinking toilet water.
He's probably been likened to it before.
It's all a joke though. None of the listeners actually think I'm drinking the water off the floor.
But do they think you're a deranged antelope? That's the question.
Well, that's
It's radio. They can't see that
another
you're not.
matter. Yeah, but I'm not now. I can assure you I'm not. Go on the webcam. Have a look. Jeez.
I think the best thing about our new house
Yeah.
is the neighbours.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Yeah,
This is
we've
a
got
fun
a
topic.
fun neighbour.
Yeah. One side's fine. It's students.
Yeah.
They're friendly.
Yeah.
The other side, however, is a grown-up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's a grown man.
Scary.
Yeah.
You would have thought that by the age of 21 and 20, we may be under the classification of grown men.
Nah. This
but
guy, he wears coats and he's got a car and
He's probably got a fleece somewhere.
probably he's got a hat as well. I've seen him wear a hat.
And shoes with like the thin laces. Do you know those shoes? Like
I mean,
old
most
people
shoes have thin laces.
but like thin, like really thin.
What?
Like fancy shoes.
Fancy
With thin
shoes.
laces.
He's got fancy shoes.
That's how. If you can't imagine him, imagine that. You'll have him.
Yeah, I just had a text saying the landlord is in the house listening to our show.
Love it.
So we're getting on well with the neighbour. We're just intimidated by him because he's a grown man.
Yeah, he watched me. He watched me bringing my stuff in to the house from the car. And I had a guitar, and he was like-
guitar.
an acoustic guitar, and he was like, "Oh, can't take that in." And I was like,
Went
"What?"
to your house.
Yeah. And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "If you play that, you'll be out in no time." Which is nice.
Sorry, is your next door neighbour the grown man? Is he the landlord?
No.
No.
No, so it's just some person saying, "Oof."
Can't do that. No pets or guitars. That's the rule.
Yeah.
Evidently, he's the boss of the street.
Yeah.
He has to.
He's the neighbourhood watchman.
He has to mark his territory.
One of our flatmates introduced herself to him, and he said, "Yeah, I saw you putting the bins out."
Is that another thing you're not allowed to do? Will that get you out, or is that a good thing?
I think that's a good thing, but I just found it quite unnerving that he'd seen her putting the bins out.
He's often looking out the windows. We were playing some board games. It was quite
A raucous night.
yeah. It wasn't
Particularly raucous.
wasn't particularly raucous, but it was noisier than sleeping, which we would otherwise have been doing.
Is that the scale we're working on? Sleeping raucous. Is that even a word? Or have I just
No,
made
it is
that
a word.
up?
It is a word.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so.
Can we say the brand of the board game? Monopoly.
Other board games are available.
Why wouldn't we be allowed to say the board game? Or is that another thing that your neighbour said you can't do?
No, that's off.
You'll be out.
He's more of a Scrabble man.
Yeah.
We were playing a property-based board game.
Yeah, and then we left the house to visit an establishment,
A drinking establishment.
to have some beverages. And he was looking out the window, watching us leave.
He was probably sad he wasn't invited.
It was quite rude of us, really.
It was. We should have invited him.
Yeah. But again, grown man, intimidating.
Oh, I see your problems.
It was a rather terrifying experience.
Yeah, we said hello to him today, didn't we?
Yeah. On our way here.
I was worried he was going to have a go at us about something, but it was fine.
Off to do that radio show, are you? It's substandard.
You'll be out for that.
Can we get him on air? He sounds like a great character
Well,
to
we've
get
got
on
a
air
fourth
with us.
microphone now. We
Yeah, we do.
could have him. Could have him as
could
an
have him on.
interviewee.
The studio's been revamped.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to get to grips with the levers and everything.
Yeah. That's
we
the
could
excuse.
go up to him and go. I don't know if you know. We do a radio show. He goes, yeah, I know. I've watched you.
Watched you on the webcams.
I've watched you on the webcams.
There's only one webcam. Oh no, there isn't. He seems a nice guy.
Yeah,
Actually.
he's
he
alright.
seems a nice
He's
guy.
alright. But-
And I'm only saying this because I know he won't be listening.
Yeah, I hope.
Yeah, we do hope. We've got a new feature, right?
Is it a new feature?
Oh, sorry, not a new feature.
It's another episode of a previous feature.
Yeah.
But because of the whole studio revamp, we don't have the music you'll have grown to love.
So in fact, it is a new feature.
Yeah,
We have a new bed.
This is James's Cookery Corner with different music.
I've got some amazing recipes for you this week, guys, so listen up if you want a fantastic three-course meal. Starting up, we have peanut surprise. Then we follow that with a takeaway stew. And finally, a bread pudding. So, how do you make peanut surprise? Well, firstly, you gather peanuts from local pubs in your area. The surprise? There is no surprise. This is a meal that has to be meticulously planned. Takeaway stew. Gather the remains of any takeaways you, housemates, or houses on your road have had. Unguarded bins are a bonus. Add to a pan, boil water, and that's basically it. That is the dish. That's takeaway stew. The third is bread pudding. This is your dessert. This is a dessert dish, but it's a twist on an old classic. It's a much easier student recipe. Bread pudding. Get a loaf of bread, slice it. You probably don't need to. Most supermarkets will do that for you now. Get a slice of bread, sort of scrunch it up, maybe add a few raisins and stick it in the oven or a microwave or under your arm. Just so it's warm, really. It needs to be humid. Humid bread is bread pudding in this recipe segment. That has been my Cookery Corner.
And thank you very much for that. You're doing a public good, I suppose, aren't you? By
Yeah.
helping out students. If anyone does catch any food poisoning or illnesses following James's recipes, we're not liable. I just want to.
Yeah.
I think we should make that clear.
I'm going to try some of those recipes.
You have a bit of bread
I've
pudding.
got 2 bread puddings on the go at the moment.
What, under your armpits?
Under my arms, yeah.
Under your armpits? Under your arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
Good.
nice. Nice treat for when I get home.
Delicious. Fantastic. Right.
Humid bread.
We got any more texts coming in? What are
have
they
we
saying?
got any more texts?
What are they saying about the old childhood stories? Who's going to win the sachets of tomato ketchup and mayonnaise?
We still need to decide how we're going to choose a winner here.
Yeah, it's just random. It is just random, just to let you know.
You have to get it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
okay.
a precondition
Yeah.
of being in the draw for the prize.
No. We don't have any more texts.
Oh no!
We had a big flurry at the start and then
we
nothing.
peaked too soon.
Yeah.
Story
Which
of my
is a
life.
shame.
Okay, so we move on to a new song then.
Do we have a song? Yeah, we've probably got a song we can give you.
Well, we are a radio show, so
All right. Just this one.
No, my only goal.
That was Sleep Alone by Two Door Cinema Club.
Good song. Good
yeah,
song.
I like
yeah.
it.
I think we all agreed on that.
Yeah.
That was, yeah. Okay. Well done,
Fantastic.
guys. Well done, guys. We've
think
come
that's
to a
our first
consensus. Yeah.
I think we can also all agree that we're coming up to one of our flagship features now.
True.
I've been
True.
looking forward to
We've
this.
teased you with a bit of Cooking Corner and Miles' news report, but here's the big one. It's the Would You Rather.
Would you?
Would you
Would you?
rather?
Superb.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice.
We've actually been renditioning over the summer to keep our game up.
Yeah.
But yes, okay, so we got a great question. For you, Miles, for you, Evs, and for me, and for all you listeners.
Yep.
It's, what would you rather do? Would you rather be business partners with the Teletubbies or the Wombles? You decide.
Right.
Both could be considered
Okay.
like childhood icons.
Right.
You see,
but-
I think this is a no-brainer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Wombles.
Well, give me your
Hands
reasons
down.
then.
They're industrious, aren't they?
Yeah, but I reckon the Teletubbies could be.
Really? They just sort of roll
they-
around all day.
What? Right, what sort of
It'd
business?
be like going into a business with a walrus.
What sort of business are we trying to set up?
It's irrelevant.
If, like a shop, you could sell the custard stuff.
Yeah.
Cleaning company, They've got the actually, no, Wombles have got that hands down.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
I don't know. Nah, Teletubbies would be better.
You're not putting a
it's
good
just
case forward for this.
That custard stuff. They make loads of it.
No, Miles.
Apparently, it's really nice. That's what they tell me.
Well, I actually had some of that custard stuff when I was younger because they brought it out as a product, didn't
What?
they?
Really?
Yeah, they did tubby custard and tubby toast.
Did you have any on toast?
Yeah,
with
tubby
little
toast.
smiley faces
Oh,
on it.
man.
It's quite nice,
Man.
but that product is no longer going. So what does that tell you?
But
It tells you that the Teletubbies have been partnered up with in a business context, and it's failed.
Okay, but
So
I agree with Miles here, but I think he's missing the point.
right,
I think
okay,
Teletubbies
go on
would
then.
be
Go on
the
then.
right-
Go on then.
Right one to go into business with. Technological patents is all I'm going to say.
Right.
telly's in your stomach.
Exactly. Telly's in your stomach,
What is the practical application of that?
Antennas on your head.
antennas on your head. Also, they've developed self-aware AI.
The Hoover.
The Hoover. They got a self-aware Hoover.
What use is that? What use is that to
it's
anyone?
It's a pet which can also clean
Who
stuff.
wants a Hoover as a pet?
And their son has a face on it. Bear that in mind.
I don't think they can set asunder, can they?
That's a good point.
Also, you got loads of Tellyland, loads of area to develop property on.
They don't own that land. They're squatters.
No, they do. They've got
They
like
do.
They're
Yes.
illegally squatting.
It's Tellyland, isn't it?
No,
they've got that hill thing, the hill fort, whatever it is.
I don't think that's even theirs.
If you
That probably belongs to the Wombles.
if you're doing something like doing your hair in the mirror or something,
Yeah,
and you wanted to watch TV at the same time,
yeah.
what better place to have a TV than on your stomach?
Uh,
If you had it
but
behind you, your head would keep getting in the way.
You'd need a mirror, wouldn't you?
Well, you could just
Also-
watch it upside down.
James, don't be so selfish.
When you're on the
this
train.
is a public good you'd be offering by putting a TV on your stomach.
So I would have
it wouldn't just be about you, it'd be about all the people.
Public broadcasts.
Exactly.
You
who'd
could
be
have a little
able
video
to-
about yourself. So you don't have to introduce yourself. They can just watch a little clip.
But the Wombles can just pick any old piece of rubbish and turn it into something brilliant. We should get them on this show.
We're beyond saving.
Yeah.
Even the Wombles.
I mean, glasses out of pipe cleaners. I mean, that's genius.
Can they do that?
Yes, they're eco-friendly as well.
Oh, glasses. I thought you meant like drinking glasses.
No.
That'd be impressive.
Yeah, so did I.
I bet the Teletubbies can do that.
Look, I'm just
If,
saying in the modern age, it's all about technology.
Yeah.
Teletubbies are on the
On the
on the
cusp.
Oh, what are they on?
on the-
They're on a stutter at the moment as I try to think of a word.
They're on the forefront
Tip
of
of my
technological
forefront.
innovation.
That was the phrase I was looking for. Thank you, James. That's why I meant. Can we? Oh, we can't edit that out. It's live. Oh well.
well,
Everyone forget that last bit.
I'm still unconvinced. I'm still genuinely unconvinced. So I think we're just gonna have to leave this.
Okay. Well, I mean, if our listeners want to text in, we've only got a little bit of time left in the air, but they can still text in.
Inevitably, we'll have to leave it down to them, won't we?
We will.
Yeah.
Okay. 07507187777. I'm getting good at that.
Do you want to say it slightly?
Getting good at it doesn't mean saying it faster. That's getting worse at it.
No.
That's what you're struggling with.
No. 07507187777.
It's a number that you can text in, by the way. Miles is just saying numbers.
Fantastic.
Or studio@radio.warwick.ac.uk is the email address.
Okay, great.
ooh, we've got a couple now, actually. Shall I read them out?
Whoa.
Whoa.
I thought maybe a song. I mean,
Yeah.
my throat's getting
Mine's
a bit
getting a
hoarse.
bit.
You know.
Getting a bit
Okay.
I need to rest.
Your throat's getting hoarse. Oh, right. Yeah, no, sorry. I just got
Yeah.
I just forgot.
What do you think I was transforming into a particular
I
animal?
forgot that horse was double meaning.
It's rude.
This is Oasis, and don't look back in anger. That's quite a long song, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We need to wrap up. Right. We got a few more texts coming in about the Would You
We've
Rather.
got a couple more texts. Firstly, the Wombles are masters of the recycling industry. Definitely a good choice. Plus, they can all speak more than a basic sentence fragment. From Andrew. Okay.
I didn't think about that actually
Well,
when I claimed support of the Teletubbies. I did forget about the language barrier.
Well, you should have,
I'm
shouldn't
sure it'll
you?
be fine.
Uncle Bulgaria is
A whiz with
fluent.
words.
Yeah, he is a whiz with words.
Right, and the other one from Laura, just to support Miles's case, I think the Teletubbies would be good people to go into business with. They lead very simple lives, and I think I'd be able to get at least a 90% share of profits.
I think you'd be
That's-
exploiting them, though, wouldn't you?
No.
Well,
They
I
don't
think
buy
some
much.
people have been changed by my story of
They like-
being part of a black market organisation.
Yeah,
They've
you
already
have-
started thinking criminal thoughts, you know.
you've really had an effect for the worse on our listeners, I feel.
Talking about our story, we need
The
to pick a
winner.
winner
Yeah.
for our first feature.
We've chosen...
We've
All right,
randomly selected a winner.
We've randomly selected a winner. The right answer was...
It was me!
James. James, or Pat, was called Pat for a while.
Yeah, well, I would
That's-
only respond to Pat. I mean, I wasn't actually called Pat.
You should have been.
Should we start
Should've
calling
changed
you
your-
Pat on air now? Should we only refer to you as Pat? Would you like that?
Of course you would, Pat.
I don't think I have a say in this, do I?
I don't really know what you're talking about, Pat. Moving on.
There we go. Right, the winner of our fine selection of sauces
Yep.
is Sheena.
Well done.
Well done,
So,
Sheena.
We don't know who you are, so you've got to send in... No, you don't. We know who you are.
But you are you have been randomly
You have
selected.
been randomly selected, we
I should
promise.
stress that.
I clicked on one, and then it said Alex. So I clicked on another one, and it said James, and that was you, Sheena. So you win the sauces.
Well, thanks for that enlightening
That's how I did it.
look into your methodology. Right, we're pretty much done, aren't we?
Yeah.